What's up? How's everybody doing tonight?
What's up? I was muted for some reason.
You muted yourself?
Yeah, welcome to the Smash Masters podcast, where we talk about collision repair, PDR, and everything in between. I'm Stefan Eschi. That's Nick Priest. And tonight's show is brought to you by Blackmagic PDR Tips. And you got Josh coming in already. Hey, Josh, how's it going?
He's in. Yeah, he's in here. He's in here. What's up, guys? How's
You know what? You know what Josh did?
What did he do?
He entered the giveaway, which is now closed. We can close that. But before we get that, remember I just mentioned we were sponsored by Blackmagic PDR Tips?
Yep.
Right, let's play this. Are you tired of wrapping your tooltips with tape? Are you always concerned about that cherry cap popping off? Looking for an easier and better way? Well, head over to blackmagicpdr.com for the best tip covers on the market. Designed and created by a dent technician, these covers are made of a 3D printed material that is 50% firm, 50% soft, rubber-like material that will allow you more metal movement with each push. Blackmagic PDR tips are a real game changer for all types of PDR technicians. blackmagicpdr.com. What are you waiting for?
Good stuff there.
It's a pretty cool new logo too he just put out. And if you haven't been on the website recently, he did a lot of updates to it. So go and check it out, and put in another order. I'm sure you need some.
Yeah, probably. So I know I could use a few more myself.
Me too.
Yeah. Yep. They work pretty good. I mean, matter of fact, I got this one sitting right here for a whale tail. So right in front of me.
Those are actually, he's even got a patent pending on those. So that's pretty cool.
Right.
He was the first one to come out with a tip for those, and the Lucky Sevens and, things that just didn't have tips before.
Right.
Right. Man, so I've been listening to Gene Fetty all day.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I mean, so this morning his podcast came out, which he's rebranding it.
It's now called the All Access, right?
It's not. Well, I'm not exactly sure on the name of the podcast, but it's rebranded under Dent Repair Now.
Okay.
So All Access, the Automotive Appearance Institute, is being absorbed into his business, Dent Repair Now.
Gotcha.
So it's not going away. We still got the great training and everything, but it's part of his dent repair business, which I think is smart. You got to keep your marketing and branding simple, and to keep it all in-house. I mean, it's good for his dent business too. But anyway, not only did his episode come out, and his is with Jonathan Van de Fontaine. Try and get that name right.
I seen that. I didn't get a chance to look at it.
It was really good. You should listen to it. It was they had a good little conversation about a lot of the JVF stuff and the retention system and how that came across, and that new glue gun.
Yeah.
And the different variations of that. It was really interesting. If you nerd out over the glue stuff, check out Gene's new episode. But also because the Dent Slayer episode dropped this morning with Gene Fetty, and it is over 4 hours long. So I'm like 20 minutes from the end when Vincent, our guest, joined us, and I had to put it on pause. But really good episode. I mean, I'm 20 minutes from the end. I can say I've listened to it pretty much.
Right. Yeah, they've been killing it over there. I didn't catch the Gene one today. I mean, I've been pretty busy over the weekend and stuff. So I mean, I hadn't really had time to do a bunch of catching up on podcasts and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna go through and catch it.
Yeah, definitely. Daniel Kraus says 10% off Dent Flex tools starting tomorrow at A1.
Nice.
And a new tool. Oh, come on. As for like the last month, I've been the proud owner of every tool that Dent Flex puts out until this new tool comes out, and now I'm not.
Hey, new tools are what we do.
Just gonna have to buy
you gotta collect them all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Listen to And Slayer tomorrow. Yep.
Mhm.
Anyway, that was good. And we got the giveaway to do this episode.
Yeah.
So we will be picking the winner of that. I've got everybody's name entered. The drawing is you can't enter anymore. Or you could try, but your name's not going to get on this list over here. So
Right. It's already that's already done and
closed.
set up. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's all I got. Nick, you got anything new?
No, I don't. I think it's I think we're ready to bring Vincent on up in here.
All right. There he is, Vincent.
What's up,
Thanks
Vince?
for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How things been going?
They're going all right, man. I'm currently on vacation at my mom's house. I'm sitting in her garage while they're inside watching Hell's Kitchen, and I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out of your vacation for this. But
yeah, brother, we're just hanging out.
Nice.
Hey, Rob, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Rob says Vincent is the best.
Hey.
I've learned so much from best paint correction specialist in Greater Daytona Beach area. Very nice.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So I mean, he just hit on it. Paint correction specialist. But this is a PDR show.
Yeah.
So clearly you're a lot more than just a PDR technician.
Yeah, man. So some would call me a jack of all trades, but that's really, really, really false. I've obsessed over the last 10 years. And between window tinting, PDR, and paint correction, that's pretty much like the only three things I do, pretty consistently. Yeah. And but paint correction has to be my strongest suit, absolutely, for sure.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
a tough skill.
It's I'm not sure how to describe it. Once you kind of understand like different paints, like how soft they are or how hard they are, and then different pads and compounds of how abrasive they can be, and like how to cut it without taking off too much clear, and then how to finish it without it leaving any haze, you're pretty much good to go. But there's a lot of experience that goes to understanding that without overcomplicating it. And once you kind of get that down, you're pretty much golden. But it does take a lot of experience and a lot of back testing to really, figure that out.
Yeah,
for sure. So James wants to know what's the percentage split on the services for your business.
So it's really strange. Over the last 5 years, everything is split almost evenly into thirds. So I do just as much time in paint correction as I do tinting, as I do dent repair every week.
That's interesting.
It is. Oh,
I'm sorry. Intentional?
Kind of. When people contact me, normally my week starts or ends with some sort of paint correction. I know that's going to take a day or two. And in between that, I'll have tinting, and I can tint multiple cars in a day. And then if I have a dent, depending on the size or severity of it, then I will, schedule that in between as well. So it's always a nice wave, a nice rhythm fluctuation of what comes. And don't get me wrong, there are weeks where sometimes there's nothing but coat, sometimes there's nothing but tint, but overall it's about the same.
Right.
Okay. That's very interesting.
Thanks, Daniel.
It's using your time to schedule that, and if you've got enough paint corrections to get 2 in a week, that's pretty impressive. Do you do ceramic coating as well?
Yeah, man. I don't really do any corrections without coatings, and
good. Yeah.
There are I know this is a PDR podcast, so cut me off if I'm talking about detailing too much. No. I actually there's what was it? I don't remember what exact year it was. I think it was a 77, but it was a Thunderbird that I just did. Long ass fucking car, and complete multi-step paint correction. It was repainted, so there's sanding marks all over it. 5.5 hours from start to finish, which is that's honestly a huge deal in the detailing world. To be to that 95 percentile mark of what's considered perfect. So I kind of as I touched on earlier, I do think some things, in certain industries, especially detailing, are a little overcomplicated. And once you simplify it, you can get very efficient results and really, be okay being a one-man show doing it. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good evening, Gene.
Gene.
How you doing?
Yeah, there he is.
What's up, man? Dude, Gene's awesome. He's been great, like, just since I met him.
James, how is talking PDR? Let's hear about the other stuff anyway.
How does Gene helped you out? I want to hear.
So, it embarrassingly enough, I was actually supposed to see Gene this year, and I had to cancel it because of, well, I'm just going to say it, the breakup with Cassandra and I, and, amongst, everything else that fell back from that. And he was so freaking kind and understanding through that time. And so were Josh and Miguel. I'm not sure if you guys know them. They do a lot of PDR marketing through Gene's recommendation. They're great as well. But he was just so kind and so nice about it. And like, didn't, just wasn't a dick. You know what I mean? And I just really appreciate him for that. And yeah, I think, so that Gene has really helped with that. And he's, if I ever have a question, he's right there. He's willing to respond. He's willing to give me, he's willing to ask me questions and be engaged in whatever I'm asking. And like, he doesn't need to, but he does. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. He's an excellent teacher, and obviously he's passionate about it, but it's just a good communicator in general. I'm very good at that. So I don't know if you know this, Gene was my my Kiko trainer. When my body shop bought the Kiko set, they sent somebody to train us, and they sent Gene. So that's how I met Gene. And then that was the start of my PDR journey. So I could say that day changed my life, and through everything else, I mean, he's certainly been a big support throughout my journey into PDR. So I think Nick can say the same.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. Yeah, he's he's a big influence in a lot of ways. For sure.
Absolutely.
And he kind of says it right here, just trying to be a good human.
If we all really just did that, if we all just did that, that'd be great. It's it would really help. I think the world would be a much better place. Just try and be a good human.
Absolutely.
But so we did want to talk about your story. So let's go back.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go back to the beginning on how you got started in all this stuff.
So, what was the first thing you started, like career-wise, with cars? Like, how did that start?
It's gonna start before cars, because this.
Good.
I was actually a CNA, nurse's assistant, working in a nursing home and doing home health at the same time, and with doing home health, I was also working at a frozen yogurt shop while in college to be in a mechanics program. And it was just like, I was arguing with the teachers. I was not happy, taking care of people, which sounds like kind of fucked up, but I mean, let's be real. It's not a great job if you're not that passionate about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I just, I could not figure out what I wanted to do. And in the middle of arguing with the teacher in my mechanics program, I was about to go, about to go back to work to the frozen yogurt shop and then do home health. And I was like, fuck this, basically. So I did a little bit of Googling at the time and realized that mobile detailing was like something that one dude in the area was doing. And I was like, I'm going to fucking do that. So I had like $200 to my name, and I went to freaking Walmart. And I got I didn't know anything about detailing. I got a bunch of detailing chemicals, and I started then. And I dropped out of college then and started at some car wash while doing details on the side. And I did that over the next 2 or 3 years before I got slowly into window tinting. And then one day I heard about PDR, and it was actually a bunch of mechanic friends who were like, oh, they just stick the wands in there and just massage the dent out. And I was like, huh? So I started looking at Mike Toledo's videos, asking, other people in the industry, questions about things. And before I knew it, I got my first dent craft set, and, that was 7 years ago. And since then I've just kind of been, pushing metal and really honing in, not just the quality, but the efficiency at which of everything I do, basically. And, how to keep up with it, because when going back to the whole jack of all trades thing, when you do multiple things, you're held at a higher standard because you have to prove you're just as good as the dude who only does that. Right. And I feel there are a lot of people who do offer a lot of things, and they're okay with being like subpar because they do a lot of things. They're like, oh, well, I just know a little about a lot. It's like, nah, fuck that. Like, I need to prove that I'm just as good, if not better than that guy, and that guy. So it's like, it's just an obsession of how to, hone that. But yeah, I went off on a rampage. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. No, that's admirable. I mean, the whole thing they say, a jack of all trades is a master of none. I know there's more to that, yada yada. But yeah. So to try and combat that, being the jack of all trades, it's still a master of, if you choose to be,
Yeah.
So I mean, a master is a strong word, but
master is a strong word. More just high quality. That is, when people come to my shop, I want to be transparent with them, and I want them to leave happy. And as long as that's happening, I'm cool. Everyone else is cool, and that's that's the name of the game. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Keeping the customer happy for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But when it came to my actual PDR career, it was kind of a pivotal moment in business, because detailing perspective and window tint perspective is so drastically different than a PDR perspective. The amount of intricacies in comparison to detailing and window tinting that is in PDR that window tinting and detailing do not have is absolutely astronomical. And the amount of stuff you have to pay attention to, the amount of skill you have to have, the amount of like engagement you have to have with your own like mind and body kind of thing, and like with whatever the fuck you're working on. It changes your perspective as a whole, and really like gets you more fine-tuned in with the other things that you do.
Okay.
So like I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
No, so you're saying doing the PDR helped you with the other aspects of your business?
Yes, PDR made me a better window tinter and a better detailer for sure. And it's kind of funny because like, and this is going to sound kind of like, I don't know, conceited, I guess, but like when I'm in like the groups and I see like these detailers and these tinters talking with their egos, and they're like, well, I'm this, I'm that, blah blah blah. I'm like, brother, y'all wouldn't know what the fuck to do with that damn dent this big. Like, shut the hell up. You know what I mean? But like doing a dent that big is it is so much harder than paint correction. It is so much harder than tinting windows. And it can really keep you humble when like you keep those kinds of things in mind. You know what I mean? And that's where like there, and I was just watching this on Hell's Kitchen. It was crazy to see it because I think about this shit all the time. But like how you handle your ego and how much your ego like influences your work will determine the quality of work you put out. It'll either get in the way or it'll make you better. And a lot of the times it actually gets in the fucking way, because you're like, even if it looks like, subpar, you're like, well, it did this because of this. But if you have accountability and it can put your ego aside, you now know what to do next time so that you're better. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of where like the PDR perspective came into play, because like the amount of intricacies, like even when it comes down to heat, when it comes down to higher pushing, aluminum versus high strength steel versus whatever the fuck, all of how you tackle those, even though they may seem the same, you guys know it's very fucking different. And it's not really something you can explain until you get your hand on a tool. And then when your brain clicks that way, you can start implementing those things into, window tinting and other services, and ultimately become better.
Okay.
Speaking of a favorite tool, Andy's in here. What's up, Andy?
Oh, hey.
Mason says, are you going to do any wrapping? Do you wrap cars or anything like that? Are you getting into that in the future, or probably just leaving it?
No, man, I'm leaving it as it is. Wrapping, believe it or not, wrapping like hurts my fucking body. I had a Honda that I wrapped half of. I got halfway through it and was like, fuck this. And nope, never again. Yeah.
That's a skill of itself. I mean, to just
tough.
Be able to put that much determination and focus into one panel for so long, and then you're all done. You find that one defect. You're half redoing it or whole redoing it,
right. I mean, I go down to a detail shop down the road that does window tint and PPF wrapping and all that stuff, and I do a lot of their dents and stuff, and man, they'll have cars took all apart, and a lot of times they won't find the dents until they've already got it wrapped. They're like, can you do something with this? I'll go in there and do whatever they want or whatever they need done. It's time, but man, this is a lot of work in that stuff. There's a lot of work in that stuff, and those guys in there, they make it look easy.
That, and I feel like there's a lot of things that can cause a comeback, like just friction, like panels expand and contract, and we're going down the road, they're bumping and everything. So you get those friction contacts and something's lifting on an edge, but just because the bumper moves a little bit when you're going down the road, it's like, man, I wouldn't want to have to predict that, like, geez, like I give those guys a lot of credit. PPF and wrap installers. So
yeah, that's
I give them a lot of credit.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it.
What Andy says right here too, a lot of money can be lost doing that stuff too. Like,
so yeah, not just vinyl, but like in the realm of PPF, I've done a couple of PPF jobs and like they've come out successful, but holy shit, that material is so expensive. It's like, oh, this hair is going to cost me $600. Like, it's like that. It's crazy. It's not worth the stress, man. Like, at least with tinting windows, it's only going to cost me like, $13 for a thing of ceramic film. But, nah, fuck that. Yeah, I know a couple of good wrap guys. They do make it look easy because it's all they do. But I just don't got the balls for it, honestly.
Yeah, the videos, I mean, it's like PDR. You watch the videos of the guys rapping, it does look easy.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys have been doing it forever, so
and they got all the cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The fancy tools. You're talking
and the
about
hexagon lights.
Yeah. Fancy hexagon lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best part about it is those lights.
And the flooring, the red and black flooring.
Yeah.
Checkers. But anyway, so not to bring you back further again. So you started out with detailing.
I like that.
Just keep making dent repair look hard.
Same, brother.
That's why he's got a following. People are wondering.
That's so funny. I'm sorry. What were you saying, man?
So I'm gonna go back in your story too. So detailing came first for you.
Yeah.
Did you do tinting before PDR?
Yeah. So yeah, I did. It was detailing. Then I slowly got into tinting and then got into PDR.
So detailing, you just did it. You just wung it. You said you went to Walmart, bought some supplies, just went out there and did it.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was
no training.
No training. I mean, I did work at a car wash, so like that was the training I had.
Okay.
So that is training. It was how can I say this? It was like the lowest risk in the lowest risk of fucking anything up. You know what I mean? Like when you're detailing a car, as long as you like are conscious of the chemicals you use and like temperature and all that, you're not really gonna mess anything up. You know what I mean? Sure. But yeah, detailing did come first. When it came to window tinting, I was very gung-ho about like not working for anyone then, and that has kind of been my mindset ever since. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to work for a shop. I'm going to watch some videos and figure out how to do this, similar. Right.
No. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
So
how did you learn that?
So I started watching videos and I started doing it. And when I first started, I sucked like bad. And it was like, how can I say this? It was very difficult to understand everything that went into window tinting with like the resources at the time. Like Matt Blackmer, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Matt Blackmer, I think that's how you pronounce it. Please forgive me if I'm butchering that. But he was like the only person at the time with how-to videos on how to tint windows on YouTube. And I was like, okay, I have the fundamentals. I can do fucking anything. And I realized the hard way that did not apply to everything. And over the years, I just kind of like, working with other tinters, kind of obsessively scrolling the damn tint pages on Facebook and seeing what everyone's doing all the fucking time, doing things like that. That's what really honed in my tint, my window tint skills. And I mean, it's just like PDR. Every single day, it's like you're learning something better, something you didn't do as well before that you can do now, and, implementing that. But yeah, it was about like 8-ish years ago at this point. And like the relationship I had with tint was such a difficult experience with not prioritizing, figuring out all the little things, where I stopped doing it like 2 or 3 times in my career and then picked back up on it 2 or 3 other times.
Okay. It's funny that you say that it's like PDR in a way that you can keep getting better. I didn't imagine that with tinting.
Yeah, I would assume you can get faster with techniques and be more efficient, like kind of in the same way. I tried tinting windows when I was a teenager. Of course, I got my first vehicle. I tried doing window tint and stuff without looking at it or asking anybody. And the little background knowledge I had in body work back then, you just take the glass out, cut around it, and stick it on there. But I watched guys do it without taking all that stuff apart, and there has to be an efficient way to be good at that while also producing a high product, a high-end product, So I didn't get to that point for it, but yeah, I could see where you could keep on getting better with that.
Absolutely, man. And the thing about window tint is that it doesn't matter how good you are. Like, debris can come out of anywhere and make you look bad. Like, you can be the literal best. It doesn't matter who you are. If debris comes out of any type of sealed gasket, the air, in my case, like, psoriasis flakes, anything, it can come out of anywhere. And then, now you look like a horrible tinter because, this is what God intended, I guess. But yeah, when it comes to getting better, if you understand, yes, efficiency, like there are people in the industry who are now shrinking, like heat shrinking with torches, which like cuts your shrinking time down dramatically. And but if you can understand where the dirt's coming from, like I have a friend named Richard, and I hope he's watching, but he has something called important sauce, and it's basically a gel you put around the the border of the window before installation, and that minimizes how much contamination will come in. And I've actually seen the gel push contamination out that's fallen into what would be in my film. So like as an industry, like as a whole, like it is advancing, and it's kind of crazy how much it's advancing, like watching it progress even over the last 5 years. But like when you get better, as long as you can, like getting better with tint means consistency. It means, how can I get this perfect fucking window in every window I do, no matter how much of a pain in the ass it is, and no matter how many obstacles are in my way? That is what it comes down to. Because let me tell you something, man. Tinting a Volkswagen or an Audi is not like tinting a Toyota or a freaking Honda. It is not the same. There are different techniques involved, like, frameless windows. You have Teslas, like the Model 3. Tinting that back windshield, shrinking it is like the comparison of shrinking a Model 3 back windshield is like doing a Bryce Kelly type dent and glassing it.
Right.
It's like that. So when you can like get to that level, because tinting isn't just, installing film. It's, people have plotters. I have a fucking plotter. I hate it most of the time because, just XYZ reasons. But I hand cut a lot of the time just to, make things simple. But shrinking plays a huge part in it, because you have things like just certain cars that are just so hard to shrink to conform the film to the glass, because you need to do that. And, you have to be proficient at shrinking, at installing, at cutting. There's so many things. Oh, and, debris. So like there are like 4 things right there to pay attention to get a clean install.
Yeah, that was always kind of the nerve-wracking part for me, or watching people, and me trying it a few times I did, was climbing into the back seat of a coupe or a 2-door car, like a Mustang or something, and trying to wiggle that in there. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's just,
yeah.
Not with that attitude.
It's a lot.
Have you ever filed the edges of? You ever seen that?
Yeah, I do it all the time with frameless windows. Almost every frameless window, I file the edges.
That's something I always wanted to learn how to do. I see the videos of it. It looks good. But I've never been able. Oh my goodness! All right, for the audio people, somebody just came in and wrote, "The skin flakes were a nice personal touch on my car. Appreciate you, Vincent." That's not a very nice comment, but
oh no, that's my
comment
boy
anyway.
That's my boy. That's my movie homie. We just saw, what the fuck did we see? No, that's my movie homie, man. We're going to see Chainsaw Man in a couple weeks.
Chainsaw Man.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I'm a freaking anime nerd. We're just watching Japanese cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
heard good things. I have a coworker who tries getting me an anime. He gave up.
Oh yeah.
But
shit, what's he trying to get you into?
You got excited. Maybe he'll come to MTE. I don't know. We'll see.
Shit, I'll talk with him the whole time.
Yeah.
All right.
I never got into that either. But teach their own, I guess. I mean, I played Mario and stuff when I was a kid.
There's stories. It's stories. It's another. It's a TV show. You know, it's cool. They're cartoons, and I can see how you get into it. You know.
No, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying, like,
I know you weren't.
Yeah, I just never, for whatever reason, never made it to there.
Stop making fun of it, Nick. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So let's move on. So from tinting, I'm weirdly motivated to learn tinting after this conversation. Just like,
are you?
Yeah. So like I've never felt that way before. Now I want to learn tinting.
Buy a roll of tint and practice, huh?
Yeah, just watch some videos, man. Just don't start with an Audi or Volkswagen. You'll fucking hate your life.
So getting into to PDR, you did talk about how you got into it, but you didn't mention if you got any kind of training whatsoever and how you learned.
So how I learned was a lot different than most people. I started with Mike Toledo's videos, and I've only talked to Mike Toledo one time in person, and that was it. And that was like 6-7 years ago. But I mean, he was kind of like, I don't know, the only guy at the time who had like online videos. Yeah. And that was around the same time that Jim Mitchell was starting his online videos when he was still working with Michael Casper. And with that being said, like, on top of watching Mike Toledo's videos, I would ask Jim and Michael Casper basically a shit ton of questions, and they would answer them. And I would get panels dropped off in my living room. I would have, I had a door on a stand just in my fucking living room, and I would just beat the shit out of it and take the din out. Yeah. Yep. And I just did that till I got comfortable enough to start charging people for it. And, even after I got comfortable charging for certain dents, because there were, when I was offering retail when I first started, I would only take on what I was comfortable with, and everything else would go to someone else. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it was a real safe way of doing it with, being comfortable. I wasn't going to mess anything up. So, that is kind of the only actual formal training I've had was attending the advanced skills seminar with Bryce Kelly like a year or two ago. And okay. That is the only type of formal thing with PDR that I've had. Everything else was watching videos and just pushing on metal till I stopped fucking it up, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Practice panels, I should say. But, man.
Self-taught.
For the most part, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's how Nick learned.
Yeah, that's how I did it. Yeah.
Good shit, man. Yeah, it's sometimes I wish I would have done it differently, but nope. I'm kind of happy with the progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Over now,
Well,
right.
I would say that I had the benefit of a body shop to go along with mine.
Yes.
Where if I didn't have that, I would say it would probably be more difficult.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't know shit about bodywork or anything about it when I first started. I couldn't even re-clear headlights 7 years ago.
Yeah. What's up, Andy?
I appreciate it, Andy.
Yeah. So Andy says, I love listening to someone breaking their craft down to a science. You can feel the passion. Yeah, no, absolutely. And Andy was on last week, so you can go check out his episode. That was a good one.
Nice.
James, I'm a terrible teacher, so a terrible tech. If you say so. You're good at winning giveaways, though.
He's good at that.
I know why he's hanging out right tonight.
He's trying to get the free stuff. Hell yeah.
Hold on. You might not. He's not entered.
He didn't.
Damn.
No, he didn't. He skipped this one. Well, anyway,
somebody's gonna get something.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For sure. Any tools that have really been screaming out at you? Something that you use all the time, you can't live without, something you want to buy? What's on your mind?
I want to give Sal a shout out because I had looked at him market the dent dial for years, and I thought I would never need it. Like, I supported him, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome, good for you. And I thought that I personally would not be in a situation where I needed to use it, and I was 110% wrong. It saves me more than any other tool that I have.
Yeah.
The dent dial, specifically with the fucking Honda or Acura high strength steel with those body lines, with someone like, I don't know what the fuck Honda and Toyota did, but there was like a year, however many year period where their shit was just high strength steel. And I'm like, well, fuck me. So, you have like your normal rods and stuff, but the leverage, would kind of just kill you, halfway through the repair. With Sal's dent dial, it just like I just did a body line dent in a Honda, and it just moved. I was like, damn, awesome.
Light.
Yeah, it is the light. Yeah, the light one. And what is it? The Challengers, that rear quarter panel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of drilling in the door jam. I'm not really a fan of drilling at all because it freaks me out. I don't want to hit anything behind it. But I took half the interior out. If there is a dent on a Challenger, I'll take half the damn interior out in the back, and then there's a bunch of glue to cut where the brace is, and then you stick the dent dial in there, and you have this. You just push on it, and like barely, and it moves that body line like it's nothing. And people were saying to use like extra long whale tails and shit, or extra wide whale tails. But they just it's a whale tail. It's thin. I don't have it. Like, the brace going to a body line is not giving me the leverage I needed. So the dent dial basically made those drops possible with what I know as a PDR guy. So that is I had to give that a number one. Just as
testimonial.
Thanks. Yeah. Almost just as important. And I think, was it Andy that came up with the Hercules for A1?
I don't know. I'm not sure I know what the Hercules is.
The Hercules tool is this big ass red handle, and it's a big stainless steel hook, and it's like this fucking big. It's huge. Yeah, it's the Hercules tool on A1 tools. I think Andy someone we fucking know came up with the design, but I forgot who the hell it was. But that thing, the second I saw it, I was like, this is gonna save me and my everything, my shoulders, my fucking, elbows. And
you got the wrong ginger bro.
You're kidding.
It was the other ginger bro that came up with
Brandon.
It was Brandon. Yes. Okay. Yes, Brandon came up with it. Yes, thank you. Brandon. Okay, yeah. Brandon's Hercules design was absolutely, that thing has saved my ass more times than I can count. And that thing, it's just incredible. I use it all the time. And I knew I'd use it all the time, but not this much.
Right.
It's great for fenders. It's specifically great for when you're working on a bedside, going underneath it, and you have a wooden block in the way for your leverage. That is when that thing comes in handy, because you barely need a push, and you got crazy fucking pushes, crazy leverage.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that he'd made that, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of people don't know about it, and I'm really confused as to why, because it's one of the most used tools in my arsenal. It's the first one on my cart that you see.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Anson just came out with these door lords that have interchangeable tips on the top. It's got a pink tip and a green tip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got those specifically because there was a fucking, oh my God, it was an M something. It was a BMW, and the aluminum on it was I had to use my purse to push this shit, okay? And everything I had sucked. And I was kind of scared. Well, no, I couldn't use the dent dial because there was a brace in the way real weirdly. And I was just I guess I'll go, fuck myself. But I got this set thinking this would have made that way more possible than it was.
Yeah.
And it's, that set, when you have, interchangeable tips have saved me a lot of money on, buying just a bunch of rods. But, I'm sure every tech can say the same thing. But one thing that's kind of bothered me throughout the years is not having the smallest one of those. Is that? Oh yeah, the pink one. Oh my God, it's incredible. But it was a tool. Oh, awesome. So yeah, but I had always been thinking how in the hell do we have all these interchangeable tools for bedsides, for fenders, for even open hoods sometimes. If you have, the little edgy tool to go into your hood, but there's nothing for doors. I always got to fucking, basically model the shit out of it or something.
All right, so
Oh
Danny
my
Hacker,
God,
Danny Hacker's coming in. How's them Temu tabs, Vincent?
All right.
He's referring to a specific post Vincent put
Oh,
out
I
about
know.
a specific Temu tab.
Yeah, no.
And how
Okay.
it's the best.
How have those been going on now that we're on that subject?
It's getting hot. All right. So, first of all, Danny, they actually pull great. However, I'm going to say that is one order I made while just shopping for random shit on Temu one day. And they have, I love you too, man. They do happen to pull really hard. However, Kiko's tabs and the ingenuity and the design and the amount of people that can come to Kiko, including, Hudson with, like the tornado tab is one of my fucking favorite tabs to use, is just blown out of the fucking water. And it says a lot about Kiko if people overseas are like, fuck yeah, I'm going to copy the fuck out of this because it obviously works and they copy it. Right. I will say that is one order I made, and it is not an order I made since, and I've ordered actually plenty from Kiko since then, including the retention system. What is it? The
JVF.
Thank you. Fuck me, sorry. But yeah, that, including that. So like, don't hate me too hard because I support the fuck out of Kiko, but that's just one order I made. But yeah, they do pull really fucking hard. I can't lie.
Right.
It is just that one crease tab from Temu. Like, it's that one specific one. I'm like, damn, that shit pulls. And that's like, that's it.
I mean, the drama's funny.
Don't kidnap me.
But we all appreciate the honesty when it comes to something like that. It's I do preach people support the companies that do the research and development of the tools that we like, because if you want them to come out with the next tool, you're gonna have to support them on this tool. Did Alan tell you? Oh, jeez, I'm not reading the rest of that one. Killed my train of thought. But we got to support the tool companies because we need them to keep research and developing new ones. And a little Temu tab is not gonna.
Well, here's the thing, man. I kind of made that post as like kind of like a haha. And I honestly didn't realize it because I mean, at the end of the day, we are talking about it because it kind of did make, people at Kiko and people in the industry kind of feel some kind of way.
Right.
And it was meant to be more funny than anything. And if I would have known that it was that much of a serious subject, I would have never said anything, and I would have only have put Kiko in the spotlight. So I kind of do kind of owe Danny and the people at Kiko kind of an apology for not just designing the tab in the first place, but it was supposed to be kind of a joke that was not supposed to turn into this, and I should have considered that, and that is 100% on me, and I just wanted to say that.
Right. I'm sure there's no hard feelings there. It's one thing I've learned about the Kiko crew is they are just good people.
Oh, for sure. So, Danny represents that like heavily.
He does. And like you said, it does go to show like, hey, those are some good pulling tabs, because prior to some of that stuff coming out, they just had those pink and blue soft looking ones that didn't pull or do anything. You could buy them by the thousands for like $8, but none of them would do anything. So I think they're good tabs.
Well, I wasn't like the turn. Oh, just from what I know, I could be completely fucking wrong about this. Is I believe it was like the Black Plague in the gangrene tabs that kind of like changed how tabs were kind of being made. When the people realized the flat surface was pulling hard as fuck, I started noticing like Kiko Ice started, really refining that kind of infrastructure in the tabs, and it really started, making crazy pulls. But before that, it was those like Ripley pink soft ones, and you go to pull and you're like, well, this black PDR glue and this Ripley tab just didn't do shit. So, go fuck myself again.
You're not wrong about that. It was Black Plague that came out with the smooth face, and everyone's going, what the hell? Why is this pull harder? And that's when they figured that all out. So you're not wrong about that. That was I was just listening to Gene's podcast on how the Black Plague tabs were actually a great seller in the trade shows. They put one of those little Black Plague crease tabs down on a panel, pull it, make a body line, and people would just buy Kiko systems.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's like a great demo. I mean, it's great tabs.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Chris White made a comment on a post in Dent Tech Only on a post on Temu product today. Well, he's got every right to do so.
Right.
Don't hate me too hard, man. Don't hate me too hard.
You're good.
I'm gonna get taken out back at MTE and shot or something. God damn.
Yeah, maybe don't go this year.
I'm carrying. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm not kidding though. I am carrying, but I am kidding about, anyway, just don't shoot me, please. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, you're good. You're good. What are future plans for Vincent?
I'm going to be honest. I am not the PDR tech I'd like to be. There is a moment sometime in the future I would like to see Gene or see somebody. I say somebody, but I wouldn't just stop.
Gene's level up training.
Yeah. I would like to take that next step, because as far as detailing goes, paint correction, I'm the one training people. Like people come from different states to fucking get trained by me for paint correction. When it comes to tint,
you're the detailing Gene Fetty.
I don't know about that. Oh, Hudson, I appreciate it. Yeah, man. It's when it comes to paint correction, like I really don't want to sound like cocky, but I really am like at the pinnacle of what I believe paint correction should be in the industry.
Right.
And when it comes to window tinting, I just want to become more efficient. There are, like in every industry, there are people like Gene, like Bryce. There are people like them in every industry. And when you find them, you just like look at them and you're like, how can I be my version of them? And as regards to like kind of just being whole. Like whole with quality, whole with being the person that they are, you know what I mean? Because, it's not just Gene's skill and Bryce's skill that makes them who they are. It's who they are as people. You know what I mean? Because Gene is just fucking, he's always fucking giving. And so is Bryce. Like, even I can contact Bryce too, and he'll fucking text back, and he's busy as shit. Like, it's crazy. And when you have people like that who are just all around whole, you think, how can I be like that? Because like they got it going on. They're not cocky. They're not, oh, I'm this, I'm that, fuck you, I'm a millionaire. You know what I mean? They're not doing any of that shit. They're actually helping the industry and helping the community and they're breeding better techs because of who they are as people. And when you find those people, you want to be that too. You know what I mean? So God, I'm just going on a fucking rampage. Anyway,
good.
But like in the tent industry, there are, shut the hell up, Hudson. Oh my God. I'm never going to live this down. In the tent industry, there's a dude named Sean G. I think that's just his Facebook name. I think his real name is something else. But that dude, it's crazy. His efficiency is through the fucking roof. It's insane. And he's so like, he helps videos all the time, how to pull sweeps, which is like the bottom part of the gasket out of like door panels so you can bottom load tint. And he's just helping people all the fucking time. And he is so efficient and just on his shit. And he just takes care of his family the same way Gene and Bryce do. And when you like see that, you're like, I want to fucking be like that. But as far as future plans go, just be more efficient and be better with tint, with as far as like, detailing, I guess, teach a little more. There is a shop that is doing great. His name's Chase with Polished to Perfection, and those guys, they're over in the Villages, and they are just brilliant at what they do. I talked with him this morning because my mom has been answering the phones for window tint ads for a couple months now, and we're really trying to hone in our sales process, because selling to someone that I know, I can talk to them the way I'm talking to you and sell basically anything because they trust me and I trust them. There's trust established. Like, people know I'm not going to bullshit them. But someone from Google that I don't know, I don't fucking know them. They don't know me. I don't trust them and they don't trust me. So how the fuck do we bridge that gap, and how do we make them a good candidate for being a customer of mine? Because I'm going to tell you, not everyone is. You know what I mean? Like, if you're the type of person to come in and, be like, oh, I have this and then complain about price after you just act like you had every Ferrari, ever existed, we're going to have a fucking problem. Because it's like, I'm not your guy, brother. You know what I mean? But anyway, with all that being said, all the mouthful I just spewed out, with Chase and Polished to Perfection, I am going to be doing a little bit of bartering where that dude and his team, they are, honestly, I think they're sales geniuses. I think they're awesome. And I think it'd be a really good idea to get like more like kind of sales training from them, like get what they're doing to make what they're doing work. But in turn, the way that I correct and coat cars if I explained it to any of the Facebook groups, they would reprimand me and be like, that's the wrong process. It needs to be in this order. It needs to be that. And I'm like, brother, I've been doing this for 10 fucking years. It works and it's efficient. And it's like the BMW, the M2 I just posted, start to finish, 3.5 hours, 95% perfect. Okay. And that's a huge fucking deal in the detailing world. So I'm going to be going to them and showing them my methods, because it's not one method, it's a series of method. And it also, window tinting helped me with this, because the 4 things I mentioned earlier of like, how to install, shrink, all that, I started looking at paint correction that way, as well as with dents, with all the little intricacies. And I applied those things to detailing and paint correction. And that's how this stupid, crazy fast efficiency, yet with high quality, came to be. And I'm going to be kind of helping them with how to, really understand what's in front of them, how to handle the defect in front of them, and understanding what can and should come out, meaning scratch and water spot wise. Because let me tell you something. Here's a little bit of detailing advice, okay? Just because you have a scratch or a water spot or a bird dropping or any etching does not mean it can come out or that it should come out. And that is something everybody should understand, because there are 2 conflicting perspectives. And there are many detailers with the same perspective, and they conflict each other, okay? They contradict each other. One, clear coat should be fucking perfect, and it should look flawless. If you put a ceramic coat over fucking flawless clear coat, you're shit, fuck off, die, basically. I'm not kidding. Those dudes are ruthless. Then there's the other perspective. Don't take off too much clear coat. And brother, if you got some car that's covered in all this shit, those 2 things do not exist. You know what I mean? Bye, Gene.
See you, Gene.
Those 2 things do not exist. You're either not taking out a full lot of clear coat, or it's perfect. You need to find a middle ground. And the middle ground is that 95% area where you understand what should and should not come out. And what's even realistic. Because let me tell you something about ceramic coatings. Doesn't matter how perfect you make that car, you're going to get defects inevitably at some point in time, no matter what. I've been in this game for 10 years. I have done hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands of cars at this point. And every single car... Shut the hell up. God, you guys are just fucking killing
More
me.
Temu jokes in the comments.
Dude, wild. Man. No, there are not. God, it was one order. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
One Temu tab.
I forgot what I was saying. Josh fucked me up. Anyway, if you any kind of ceramic coatings that you do, the car is going to get a defect at some point in time. So it's really the most important thing about paint correction and ceramic coatings is communicating with your customer what they want, what they should realistically expect, and what you're going to do, and then making all those 3 things one thing. And if you can do that, you will be a good detailer. It's more of communication than anything. Just like with dent repair, you have someone that comes in with this super smashed, what the fuck, I don't even know if I can do this. And you tell them, hey, I'm letting you know this is going to be about 80 to 90% perfect. Give them an actual number. It's going to be about 90% perfect. You're going to see some waviness. You're going to see this because it's a big fucking dent. And this is like a lot. And and with your price point, just give them the professional reasons. Don't make it sound like you're just saying shit like I am right now. But it's a communication game. When you can communicate effectively with these people to where, they are happy at the end of the day, and where you're happy with your work, giving them quality and knowing you're giving them quality without risking their clear coat for the sake of perfection, which, isn't a thing, then you can really start your career. Because I made the mistake of really chasing perfection for a very long time. And that's what got me so efficient and so kind of good at paint correction. But at the same time, it's also gave me this perspective that I'm sharing now with, like, doesn't matter how good you are at paint correction. That fucking car is going to get fucked up again at some point in time. And you need to really have a middle ground of how much clear coat you're willing to take off and how much you're willing to accept that all your work's going to be reversed at some point in time.
Yeah.
It's smart.
No.
It's smart. You can't be idealistic.
No, in one way or another.
Yeah. You can't. I mean, it would be nice if we could. I started out auto body that way, and I thought everything had to be perfect, and it actually made me miserable because you can't. They can't. And then I was just harping on myself, harping on the shop, harping on my boss, harping on this guy. It's stupid. And it's not an idealistic world. You got to take every situation as it comes and evaluate them individually. And the experience afterwards is what then leads to efficiency. Like you're talking about what you can take out, what you can't.
Well, and I think it's really important to say, and not a lot of people, not a lot of people will say this, I don't think, is high quality does not equate to perfection.
Right.
No such thing as perfection. As soon as a customer starts talking to me, I'm the PDR customer, about how they need perfection, I go, well, then we're not a good fit.
Not your guy.
We're not a good fit. Even if it's something that I'm looking at and I'm going, yeah, I can make that completely gone. Doesn't matter. If you are sitting here and you want perfection, there's no such thing. I mean, so I like exist. Matt Boyette gave me something on that recently. Called
what did he say?
He said, this is the deal. He says, when you start talking perfection, it's like, whoa. Nothing rolls out of the factory perfect.
Nope.
But let's assume your car did. Your car was perfect. Okay. Now you've been in an accident. Okay. Perfection, gone. Yep. I'm the guy that's here offering to help you repair your non-perfection. The body shop's there offering to repair your non-perfection. Both of our results will not be perfect. For sure. We are repairing. You know, there's no such thing as perfection to begin with. So
absolutely.
Anyway, I loved that he said that, and it's up there. And you know, you say it in a nicer way when you're talking to a customer, but those are the points. You know, that's gone. You want perfection, you know, buy a new car. You know, and even then, that ain't perfect either. So
yeah, buy your imperfect car. Yeah. And obviously talking to customers is very different. This is a very like informal way of saying all of this, but it's, you know, your customer service voice comes on, you're all like, sir, but perfection doesn't exist in this world. You know what I mean? So
you gotta stroke the ego a little bit, make sure they know that they're still right, even when you're telling them they're wrong.
I struggle with that. Dance. Yeah, I struggle with that. I'm very good at being like, nope, sorry, you're wrong, and that's just the end of the story. So I should probably work on that. Yeah,
it would be a good thing to work on. I spent quite a few years in retail on commission, so you had no choice. Yeah, that's what I learned, and it's super helping me now. I get some of my responses, like I had an irate customer, and it was all through texting.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
and you want to talk about it? Because I can talk about this all day.
I mean, it was just I made the mistake. I couldn't see anything in the pictures, so I made the mistake of telling him small darn start at this, and then he went and saw somebody else for a price, and that person let me know that they had seen them, and these were 2 dents. One was 2 and one was 3 inches. 2 or 3 inches and 3 inches. Yeah. So I forget how I somehow worded it. I didn't say I'd talked to the other dent tech, but I think I'd said that I'd looked at his damage again, whatever. And I gave him a price range that I had never given him. You know, I gave him what small dents start at. So I gave him the price range. He wasn't happy. He was like, you just changed your quote, you know, and he just went off.
Okay.
Why is that different? Yeah. So he was irate. So anyway, all my responses are, I'm sorry you feel that way. You know, it's, you know, I'm sorry, this isn't a good fit. I wish you good luck on your repair. And he's, I bet you AI wrote that. I was like, that's the best compliment I could have gotten today. He's like, I was able to deal with you.
You're asking small like a dime or small like a soccer ball?
Real.
Yeah, that's
real.
Every dent is small when they call you.
If you tell them, hey, look, pull out a dime and go out there and see, does it match the dime to you? You can pretty much get you could get an idea of how they're going to be and say, send me that picture, because they don't know. A lot of these guys, I've had so much where the whole side of the car had been like destroyed, like they ran through a fence post.
Yep.
And they're like, well, you know, you could just like wiggle this stuff back out.
I'm not worried about the paint. You know, I love that. I'm not worried about the paint. It's like,
right. I'm not worried about the paint either. It's your paint. It's not mine. You're going to take it home with you. You know, whatever's left on this car, you're taking it home with you.
Sorry, go ahead.
But no, I mean, I just kind of judge people, gauge them off start them out in a conversation instead of like, you know, trying to go just straight into like small dents start at this, because I've gotten burned on that.
Mm-hmm.
Guillermo, you can ask something.
What's
Go
up,
ahead,
buddy?
type it in.
Yeah.
Please, not a Temu question. My God,
John, what's up, John?
Oh, John's here. You just brought up Temu again.
I fucked myself.
But I have a short. Speaking of customer stories, I had a good one. Guy sent me a picture of his 16 BMW door, and there's a big wave right in the middle of it, and you can see the bottom body line underneath it is just like popped in right on the body line. So like the whole door is in, and there's these 3 white circles right in the middle of the dent. And I'm going, what the heck are those little white circles? And I'm like, maybe you hit something with 3 prongs and it made scratches. So I asked him, are these scratches? He goes, yes. No, they're glue. And I said, glue? Like dent fixing tabs? He said, yeah, somebody tried to pull it out. I said, okay.
So it's okay now.
So he's on. So he calls me and he starts. And so I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm looking at this. I'm like, I can make it a lot better. I said, I'm going to spend a whole day on that door. And this is my price right here. Oh, that's ridiculous. I can buy a door for way less than that. I bet you a plunger could take that out. I said, well, it had 3 glue tabs on it and that didn't do anything, did it?
Class.
Dude. It's just, somebody. Obviously, it was him.
Yeah, someone. Some people's kids, man.
Couldn't get the glue back off either.
Thanks, Reddit. I appreciate it. Dude,
yeah, it's good that they try that though. I mean, like
soak it in cider. Okay.
Yeah. Don't get a bag of rice and just pour it down in the door and see if it jumps out.
All right, guys, I have 2 customer stories I would love to share if you guys want to hear them.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. Okay, so one happened a couple months ago. It was a gentleman who was, so my mom's been answering the phone, as I said, and my mom is very different than I am. She's a lot nicer than I am, which is why she's answering the phone. I like to pride myself with how I am with people in person. When it comes to on the phone, I am so brash and so just, I'm busy. What the fuck do you want? That's why my mom's answering the phone.
Right.
So my mom had warned me that this guy was kind of giving her the runaround. It was like asking for like 7 different tint quotes with like 7 different variations. Like it was insane. The dude couldn't even make up his mind. So he comes to my shop and he does the same thing with me. And he, I pride myself on being able to keep up with that kind of thing. And, really just like, the fuck you doing kind of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This dude asked for all these different quotes. And when I finally got to a quote, this dude looks at me in my eyes and is like, well, the lady on the phone, which I already specified it was my mom, the lady on the phone said you would do it for this price if it was cash. And I looked at this fucking guy and I had his key in my hand and I was like, you need to leave right now.
Right.
And he was like, you think I'm lying? I'm like, I think you are. You need to leave. You can call her. I'm not calling her. Leave my shop. And he left. Awesome. Bye. Didn't get a bad review. I was so surprised. I was like, I was expecting it. I would have loved responding to that. Anyway, the next one is a little crazier. And this just happened recently. Okay. Mm-hmm. There was a gentleman. I'm not going to name any of these people, obviously. Right. This gentleman filled out 5 contact forms for ads. So he costed me $60 fucking dollars to hit me up through Google for the same information every time. And, my mom is a very nice woman. And she, each time, hey, how can we help? The first time they talked, he was a dick. Second time they talked, she was like, okay, maybe, he's like warming up. Third time, never responded. Fourth time, never responded. So when I saw, because I can see the lead she gets. You know what I mean? Yep. So I saw his name again. When I saw his fucking name, I called him from my phone immediately and was like, I'm not kidding. This is how the conversation went. Ring, ring. Hello. Hello. Is this blah, blah, blah? Yes, it is. You filled out 5 contact forms. My name is Vincent with Ronin Auto Spot. I'm wondering why you haven't scheduled. I didn't realize it was the same thing. I'm like, yes, you did. It literally has the name at the top. Hangs up on me. Cool. You think the story ends there. So I texted him because I wasn't able to say this. So I had to text him and I'm like, this is Vincent. We just got off the phone with Ronin Auto Spa. Do not contact us again. That includes filling out the damn contact form. I didn't tell him he's costing me money, but I'm like, stop it. I had his IP address blocked from my Google ads, so he can't cost me any more money. But 4 hours later, this dude texts me back. He says, "What the fuck are you going to do about it?" And I was like, I don't know. So and he says, "Don't contact me again, tough guy." And I'm like, I'm going to do some research on this motherfucker. So I did. Okay, this is where shit got crazy, okay? There is a whole fucking news article written about this dude. He got fired from his nursing job for abusing patients.
Oh,
wow.
He's like a total piece of shit. He's been arrested like so many times. And like there is a whole article about him like threatening people with like overdosing on meds and shit because they weren't listening to him. And I was like, fuck this guy. I was like, wow. So I just want, like, I am saying this because when you get people who are being unreasonable and you think it's you, it might not be you. They might be a fucking retired nurse who got arrested for abusing patients. So don't feel like shit about yourself if you need to tell them to fuck off.
Right. And that's why I put this question up on the screen, because he says, why do you guys think I get less work than a guy who pushes nasty quality work but fast, considering I do quality work with no comebacks, and the reason they tell me is because I'm late, but no other guy is late as well. So I don't really know about the last part, but
same.
To me, it just sounds like you're pushing and catering to the wrong crowd. That's what I would say initially. I really don't know enough, background to go to that. But what do you guys think, just based off that?
Well, I have a question. What do you mean by you're late? Like, what are people saying to you?
That's my thing.
Are you taking too long to do the job? I think that's what that means.
Are you late to the job?
That's what I think it sounds like. Don't be late to the job. Be early.
15 minutes early, baby. Shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that you work for somebody,
but that's tough. I don't think there's any easy answer to that. I think the best thing for you to do is to work on just keep pushing, and your speed will come, and then you'll be just as fast but better quality. So it takes time. That takes time. I'm still working on that. I'm slow. So
typical Florida man.
Yeah, I see. Josh said that about his customer.
Right.
Who's a typical Florida man?
The guy
your customer.
Your customer.
Oh, dude, brother. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a Florida man story all day long for sure.
Actually, Josh had asked, how's your PDR competition in your area? And I think he said that because I think he is one of your competition.
I think he's about like an hour from me. I think he's in Cocoa, if I'm not mistaken. The PDR competition in my area is extremely strong. Honestly, compared to... Yeah, are you guys reading that too?
I love the other guy said he could do it cheaper. Me, cool doors right behind you. Sorry, I'm not that cheap. Oh, so the other
real.
Somebody comes into your business, says the other guy can do it cheaper. It's like, oh, good. Go see him.
Yeah, dead ass. Okay.
That's what I say. Go ahead.
Okay, so when it comes to the PDR techs in my area, they're actually really fucking good. Like really good. Like they were part of the reason why I have decided to continuously up my game in all of my trades, because there was no fucking way I was going to be left behind with the quality they put out. And sometimes they call, like very rarely they called me for help, and very rarely we work together. But in those times, I want to be able to fucking keep up with them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the PDR, like John Triz, Brent Clark, those guys, Justin Bender, those guys are fucking animals, and they are incredible, and they're better than me. They are. All three of them are significantly better than me, and they're just fucking insane, and they're great. If I I would probably be helping them with hail if I was a PDR guy full time. But late to work, but the other guy has bad quality. Brother, stop being late to work.
Yeah. Don't be late.
Don't be late to work.
Guillermo, that's how you set yourself apart from them, is you be the better employee. Not only will your work be better quality, but you're showing up on time every day.
He might be have been there longer than you too. I mean, I don't really know, but
there's a lot of questions to be asked.
Yeah, right. I would just not be late for one. Yeah.
Yeah, brother. That's it.
I would be early.
Start asking yourself questions. Like, ask yourself these questions. You'll find your own solutions.
Right.
Well, I'd be upset with myself if I didn't mention something that I did this week. I meant to say in the beginning.
I'm totally kidding. I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't be here right now.
I'm so sorry. I had to put a meth joke in there. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
What did you do?
I'm from Connecticut. There's not a lot of meth jokes, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. Awesome.
That would be over my way. It's all over here. So yeah, these fellas like it here.
I created a petition on change.org. And I'm going to start a little bit further back. I got a call from, again, Matt Boyette about a year ago when I posted that I was going to Rivian training. I posted on my social medias. So he called me, said, listen, we need somebody to pull some weight for us with Rivian for the PDR community. He said, I just had to send a customer down to Rivian to go buy a few clips that I need to repair her car. And he's like, that was embarrassing. I have to send her to go buy parts that Rivian won't even sell me. They won't sell me clips and a bumper retainer. Right. Like, that's ridiculous. And he's like, so what's is this only certified shops are doing this? What do we do with this? And it's like, well, we could, ask them to start PDR certification. And there's multiple benefits to this. I mean, one, parts purchasing. Okay. I'm going to get back to that in a second. Two, safety training, just training people how to repair these cars without killing themselves with the high voltage. Three, quality repairs. Don't drill holes, like that kind of shit. Four, you get your name, your business name on the Rivian website as a certified PDR shop. That's an accreditation right there. I mean, so there's plenty of benefits to this. This is a huge investment from Rivian, so it's a big ask. Yeah. Hence the petition. I want to show them that there's a number of people that are willing to do this. Now, I randomly threw this on my Facebook on the 20th, and it was that 4 days ago, and it's already at 65 signatures, which is unbelievable. So I'm going to push it some more. I'm going to make some videos on it, talking about it on my podcast. So pay attention to my posts. I'd appreciate it if you guys, the listening, that could go and sign this. It's benefits us all in the PDR community, and also just the people that own cars. I mean, it helps you decide the repair facility. So I appreciate that. Gray Duck, Rivian is afraid of all their parts will show up on Temu. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I wanted to get back on that. So I put out this post, and that day Matt Boyette calls me again. He goes, hey, we can purchase parts now. I went, dumbass. So I didn't know that. So they did open up. I don't know what parts we can purchase. I'm sure it's not quarter panels and frame rails.
Probably basic clip, like stuff that he went to grab.
Stuff we need: door moldings, bumper retainers, clips, emblems, stupid stuff that we would need. Anyway, I'm taking the reins, and I'm gonna do this. And then really, I'm focused on Rivian right now, but we need this from all the manufacturers. We need to get these certifications. It's
Hector's right. Tesla. It started with Tesla, I think. Actually, Tesla saw the exclusivity and all that fucking repair shit, and these other electronic fucking cars are following suit.
It's true. They want to make sure their cars are repaired correctly, but the problem is that if you hold the parts back, everyone's going to hack your cars up. So you gotta provide the parts. And I was happy to hear that Rivian was willing to do that now.
Well, good. Hell yeah. Good shit, man. That's awesome.
I'm very happy about that. But I'm still pushing this. I believe just for safety's sake alone, certification should be an option. And then it's good for business. So
right. It'll be a good stamp of approval saying, hey, this method is also a preferred method to repairing your vehicle. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
People don't know about PDR. I mean, I almost got in a conversation or an argument with a Rivian owner when they had a smashed panel. And I'm going, listen, body shops are great. If you want a body shop, do this way. You can do that. I said, but first contact a PDR professional. And every time he talked about PDR, he's always like, no, I want my car fully fixed. Like, I think you're like misunderstanding. And I'm like, this is a full fix. It's a good fix. And I sent him one of Bryce's videos where Bryce talks about all that. And he comes out like, yeah, I'm not happy with 95%. I'm just okay. I'm done.
Yeah. All right. Sounds like you're a fun fucking be around.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. My goodness, I wouldn't want to touch your car anyway. So
right,
dude. Do y'all see some of the people talking shit in Bryce's videos? Like, it's fucking hilarious. I'm like, dude, y'all are barking on the wrong tree, my guy.
They're all body tags.
It's wild. It's wild.
Oh, Chris, I'm in Port Orange, by the way, Florida. He asked that like way earlier, and I forgot to say anything. But Stefan, that's fucking awesome, man. And I think it's a real important thing that you're taking initiative on, because you're right. Like there was, I think it was you who made the post. I don't know, somebody where like you poking around for that access might be the last fucking thing you ever do, and that's some real shit. You know what I mean?
I had a Model X in my bay, and there was just those orange wires right past the tail lamp holes. And, yes, that is the charging infrastructure. If it's not charging, technically, there's probably nothing running through that. I don't trust those electronics like that. There are contactors and stuff that get stuck. You never know when that stuff's live.
You never really know.
You never know.
Not okay with 95% certain.
Even if you pull that fireman's loop, there's reasons why we have to go in and check the voltage and stuff, because it might not be actually deactivated, So anyway, there's a lot to that stuff, and I'm very passionate about it, and I don't want to see anybody get hurt. So anyway, rant over.
No, awesome, man. No, that's really important. I think that's awesome. Stuff, initiative on that.
Yeah, no, thank you. But it's time to do the giveaway.
Oh shit.
So we have
it gonna be
10 entries. I'm just gonna go with it. Just you all know how we do it. I can't talk anymore.
Oh, I can't fucking look at that.
4 or 10.
Oh, I went over to 10.
James Molina Jr., you have won a mini tack and pull set.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Congratulations. We will be in contact to you to get that sent out to you. And if you don't respond, we'll pick somebody else.
Right.
So make sure you get right.
Yep.
Get it right and get on there.
Some new tools at SEMA that show if electric car is safe or not.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Shit.
Just stay on the rubber grip of the rod. That's all you got to do.
Honestly, that's but then you slip and I'm dead. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those little installation, that's not going to be enough. It's all about where the electricity gets in you and where it leaves you. So just think about that.
No.
I am.
Oh man, Vincent, it was a hell of a lot of fun having you on tonight. We don't usually go this long, so that's a sign that we really we enjoyed having you on here.
I really enjoyed it, man. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. And if and this goes out to anyone listening, including you guys. If you guys have any questions with paint correction or window tinting, or thinking about getting into those industries as like a one-man show or adding services, I have no problem answering any questions with any of those things.
That's awesome. And where can they reach you?
They can reach me on Facebook. Just add me. I post the most ridiculous shit 24/7. I'm sure everyone fucking knows that.
Somebody, Daniel Krause was saying he had to go look for your Temu tab posts, and I was gonna say you're gonna have to scroll a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I post all the time.
Vincent posts a lot, but it's always entertaining. I always take a second to read your posts.
I appreciate it, man. It's really crazy because there was like a 2-month period where I wasn't posting that much, and the amount of business engagement that I got went down dramatically. And as soon as I started posting more, even the stupid shit, like I'm like booked out for 3 weeks right now.
Really? Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's strange. So it's not just saying stupid shit; it's saying stupid shit with a purpose. You know what I mean? Yep. Thank you, Hector. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I can guarantee that when I wake up or when I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing, I can expect a good morning to everyone except this person or that or whatever the situation is post.
Yeah. Good morning, except for people who think a dent this fucking big is small.
Right. Right.
But but I have to make a video with that because I can't like portray that in text. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let me tell you something before we go. I'm sorry, I'm holding you all up. Let me tell you something before we go. Facebook posts, people on Facebook, it's all BS. Okay, like it's all BS. Man, being single these last 6-7 months, I have learned that so fiercely. It's disgusting. Like there are people like that I have thought have been a certain way for like 10 years. And I was wrong about every impression I ever had of them. And then people will talk to me and they think I'm like, you know, like I talk about a lot of things and people think I'm like this fucking Buddha dude. And I'm not. I cuss all the time. I carry a gun everywhere I go. Like I say the most crazy random shit. And they're like, oh, I didn't think you'd be like that. Well, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? So like when you're reading posts and shit, just keep in mind, they might just be bad shit. And that's the end of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I've had plenty of people say that I seem like a cool guy and they definitely want to work with me. And I go, no, you don't. You don't know me in reality.
Well, I mean, we worked together for didn't work together, but we went to Oklahoma training and that was fun.
Hell yeah.
No,
was that the Kiko training?
Yeah. Yeah. That was
hell
fun.
Yeah. Awesome. I'll go to the Timu training next.
Yeah. They'd have one.
Yeah. Oh, it's Allen's, right?
Oh, there. Oh,
sorry.
Oh my god. On that note, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Vincent, don't go
See you
anywhere.
guys.
Hang out for a second.
Have a good week.
Cool. Awesome.
See ya.
So crank it up loud.